Welcome back to another episode of the High Alpha 2 Show. I'm your host with the most often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha running me, here in the Alpha Sphere. Ready to get it in once again on behalf of the Alpha Men, the real Alpha Men. Appreciate y'all joining me here again in the battlefield for the real, the Alpha Sphere. Shout out to the homies, man, who came back, man, to tune into the joint, man. Of course, you know, man, I do the power nap thing, man. Didn't set my alarm, and here we are at midnight. You know what I'm saying? A couple of hours later. But when it come to raw shit like this, man, it's better late than never. Shout out to the homie D Flam. What's up with you, man? Representing, man. First on deck with the wrench. Don't make him turn to the Grinch. The homie King C's came through. Michael Clark. These are my shout outs from earlier, man. I'm going to still get a shout outs because the brother was in here. Pastor Coleman. R Banks 09 was in the joint. Alex Jackson. Pastor Coleman. I just shot him out. Daniel Saldana. Freddie P. Von Wick. Mr. Stay Focused. China was in the building. June Yo. King Terry. Esso Stoic. Von Wick. Jorge, what's up, man? Alkalab. Codem 36, what's up, man? DeRay Vicious. YMC, my brother. Got the Mod Squad repping 2 times in the building. NBA Youngboy. Solid Business. Renzel. SO called it earlier, man. Said he might have passed out. You know the brother grinds hard, man. That brother told you already what it was, man. AK-47, what's up, man? Elijah Jones II. Will. Zuko. Alright, then Zuko was the last one on earlier, and Zuko the first one later, man. Sidetrack. YZF Dave, what up, man? King Terry. Now we back to the homies that's in the building right now. YMC is in the building. What's up with you, brother? Appreciate you being in the building working that wrench, man. I'm telling you, man, it's time to go Grinch. It's late. The trolls be out late like this. Ramon Henderson, what up, man? Alex Jackson, what's happening? Fear No Man, what's good with you, man? Cairo Smith, what's up? SO, what's happening, man? Zuko, Daniel, Steele, Mr. Biz, the Ice King, Muhammad and Malcolm, Person Mac 13, what up? BBD, what's up with you, man? Logan Name, what's up with you? Logan Nairn, what's up? Jarrell J, what's happening? All right, man, we're going to go ahead and rock it out. Y'all, everybody who came through earlier, man, hey, man, y'all got to roll with me, man. Sometimes it happen like that, man. If I don't set that alarm, man, then I had to slide back on them, man. So as you can see, man, the topic for the night is honest manipulation versus lies and deceit. So let me tell you something about niggas. When it comes to anything having to do with another man, especially a man that garners any level of respect, niggas always think the worst and go for the worst. This word manipulation, every time I say it, some nigga takes it the wrong way. They always assume that I mean lying. Because they know themselves they have manipulated people. And when they manipulate people, they lie. Now, funny that they obviously don't know the definition of manipulation. But we're going to go to the definition right now. You understand? And we're going to the real definition. Not something I made up. We going to these niggas, listen, they know they want the Webster Dictionary meaning, so we going to go to the Webster's Dictionary and find out the reason. Find out the definition of manipulate. Now, you know, that's with every word, there are several different definitions of it. Okay, here we are. Merriam-Webster. Been defining shit for us since 1828. Definition of manipulate. Transitive verb, to treat or operate with, or as if with the hands or by mechanical means, especially in a skillful manner. Two examples: manipulate a pencil, manipulate a machine. Second definition: to manage or utilize skillfully. To manage or utilize skillfully. Quantify our data and manipulate it statistically. To manage or utilize skillfully. To control or play upon by artful, unfair, or insidious means, especially to one's own advantage. You want to focus on unfair and insidious, but let's talk about artful. To control or play upon by artful, unfair, or insidious means, especially to one's own advantage. The third definition: to change by artful or unfair means as to serve one's purpose. Example: suspected that the police reports were manipulated. Now, even these definitions, except the first one, where you manipulate a pencil or a machine, those are artful. Everything else, even here, rides on unfair or insidious or self-serving or self-centered. But of course, when we talk about dealing with women, we're talking about being artful. This thing that these boys call game, which is simply your mouthpiece, that's art. Everybody ain't got that. So what we're talking about is the artful aspect. And any nigga who's a pimp should know that. A self-proclaimed pimp should know that. Anyone who has the audacity to speak about women as if they have mastered the art of dealing with women should understand that manipulation is used and needed in this society. I just had a cat come on a post the other day and tell me, well, the pimp game can on my joint top 10 pimp rules ever. Well, the pimp game can only get you the middle class. All the richest men in the world are married. Why? Don't you think that means something? No, the pimp game can only get you the middle class. See, when I talk about these things, boys be so quick to come in with their negative energy that they won't understand that when I say the top 10 pimp rules ever, or when I say the top 10 pimp rules, the top 10 game rules I learned from pimps, that ain't got nothing to do with the pimp game. It got something to do with life game. We know on this channel, I bring the ism to the square world and tell men how to transition the ism and manipulate the ism to fit into the square world. So my response to that cat was, boy, you done lost your mind. The billionaires that own all these companies you talk about, they use pimp game to manipulate the system. The consumer goods are the hoes. The consumers are the tricks. Or the consumer goods are the service. They're the sex. They're the feel-good service. The stores that sell these are the hoes. And the consumers are the tricks. So these boys use pimp game to gain an advantage and have more hoes than their competitors. That's why Walmart ran Kmart out of business. Walmart manipulated the game and figured out how to have more hoes. What did they do? Did they offer us something that wasn't real? Did they offer us strawberries that weren't real? Did they offer you fucking panties and wife beaters and fucking boxer briefs that weren't real? Do they offer you fishing gear that's not real? No. They came in and manipulated the game by offering you more shit than Kmart. And then they threw a grocery store in there on you. And started knocking major grocery chains out of the network as well. They came in and manipulated the system by artful, skillful measures to their advantage. You see, that's what we talking about when we talking about manipulation. Everything manipulation ain't a damn lie. It can be artful. It can be creative. And I'm gonna give you some examples, some real world examples of manipulation being used in this way. See, it's simply having the right thing to say to a woman. Now we're gonna talk about it dealing with women. We're gonna talk about it dealing with business. We're gonna talk about dealing with a lot of things. But since this term is always used, well, it's not right to manipulate women. You know the beta male simp man John is always coming around. Well, Dr. BOA, it's not right to manipulate women. You say you're supposed to go by the word of the Most High, and the Most High doesn't like a lying tongue. So then you talk about manipulation, Dr. BOA. You know what? I am tired of you. I am tired of you lying, Dr. BOA. Unsubscribe. Well, just stay here for this one right here, sucker, so I can send you away from here with some game. Manipulation is not about lying. It's about saying the shit you want to say in the most palatable way for the person you talking to. It's about giving a reward or a punishment that helps motivate a person to do whatever you want them to do or not do what you don't want them to do. There are no lies involved in manipulation. Nigga, lying is lying. Manipulation has its own definition. Now let's get into this thing, man. School these boys a little bit. Some of these boys call themselves pimps, man, around here talking about manipulation shouldn't happen. Sidetrack, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Brother said, what's up, BOA? Is it cool to help a chick who been down for 4 years? I mean, what you mean down, brother? I mean, if she been down for 4 years, she already benefited from your presence anyway. So you got to define what down is. Down and out. You know what I'm saying? You got to define what down is. Because if she been down for 4 years, I just can't imagine you having that question about it if she been down. What down means to me, if I say, man, you know, hey man, Shawty been down for, you know, Shawty been holding me down for. See, you just said down. You know, you saying holding you down. You know what I'm saying? If a chick been holding you down for 4 years, man, you shouldn't even have that question. You know what I'm saying? If she been holding you down for that long, man, I'm talking about right shit holding you down, man, contributing positive energy and positive, you know what I'm saying, effort and, you know, fucking contributions, then yeah, man. I mean, you shouldn't even ask that question, brother. If you have that question, then you got to clear your mind, brother, because you know that is a question that you should. Oh yeah, down with you, man. Yeah, for sure, down with the team, brother. You should never ask that question about a woman. A woman who's been down with the team for 4 years deserves, you know. I mean, I tell you what, go look at the video I just put up, man, about rewarding a woman. The woman who has earned her position deserves to be rewarded. You know what I'm saying? With Chris Jones on the joint. You got to, man. A woman been down with you for 4 years, brother. She shouldn't have no wants. To be honest with you. If a woman been holding you down for 4 years, like she shouldn't have nothing that need to be helped out. You know what I'm saying? She should be as situated as you are. Nah. See, a beta male provider, brother, it's not about helping your women. It's not about taking care of your women. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be alpha as fuck, man, you're going to have women in your life, man, especially you're going to have multiple women, man, you got to take care of them. Of course, they're going to make their contribution, but you still daddy to them. You know what I'm saying? Your leadership and guidance is what they trust. Their ability to sleep well at night is based on your ability to sleep well at night. You know what I'm saying? C. Douglas, what's good, my brother? I see you in the building, man. What up with you? So, let's get back into this thing, man. So, as I stated, man, the definition of manipulation that we talk about ain't got nothing to do with lying. You understand? We're talking about the definition as Merriam-Webster says. To control or play upon by artful, unfair, or insidious means, especially to one's own advantage. Artful is what we're talking about. Artful. Women love art. Women love beauty. Art is beautiful. Art is creative. Women love creativity and beauty. So it's not about lying to a woman. It's about being creative with your presentation. It's about being creative with your leadership. It's about being creative with your guidance. You understand what I'm saying? And it just depends. And see, it depends on who your women are. Some women want you to just, you just go hard with them. You know, on everything, you just go hard. So let me give you some examples of manipulation the way I say it, mean it, do it. First of all, let's use an example like this. You can tell a woman she's beautiful all the time. You can tell a woman she's beautiful. You can literally say, if your woman is beautiful, you can tell your woman she's beautiful. That's not validation. See, when I say your woman, first let's define what your woman is. If you got a wife and y'all in a 50-50 relationship, you ain't got no woman. You got a partner, nigga. I'm not talking about having a partner. I'm talking about having a woman. I'm talking about the traditional gender roles here. I'm talking about you are the man, you provide for all the expenses. The woman has no need to be worried about anything that's going to happen. Of course, she ain't going to lay up on you. And if a woman is laying up on you doing nothing and you taking care of, then you're a beta male provider. We're talking about you being in the pole position and they being in the pulpit, not the pulpit, but the shit. What's the place they go in, man? The pit. They in the pit stop waiting for you to come in. So when your ass pull up in the race, you come in, they change your tires, they gas you up, and then you pull back off and get back in the race. So if you got a woman or women, you could tell her she's beautiful. Or you could see her dressed up, y'all getting ready to go somewhere, man. You know, you could say, damn, you look good, baby. Or you could just take out the cameraman and take a picture of her. You understand? Give her an opportunity to sit there and just pose and look beautiful and profile. You ain't got to say nothing. Let's take some pictures of her. You understand? A woman knows that you think she's looking good right then. If you just pop out the camera, man, take a couple of pictures of her. Then go over there with her. Hug up with her. Hold the camera up. Take a selfie shot with her. She automatically knows. Because she looking at you knowing you looking good as shit. Is that lying to her? Are you telling a woman who's not beautiful that she's beautiful? And even if you do have to say something, she come and say, Dad, why are you taking pictures of me? Say, well, you know, shit, baby, you know, I like to, you know how serious I am about nature. You know, I like to take pictures of beautiful things. And, you know, right now you qualify for that. So I just want to, you know, have something to hold on to this moment for. You know, we may never have this moment again. You know, life is not promised to any of us. Bam. Did I manipulate her or did I tell her some real shit to put it on her mind? And that's why she's sitting here slobbing me down right now. Manipulation is not about lying. It's about having the right thing to say to a woman, man, like a strike of lightning. By the time she get her words out of her mouth, you already got the right thing to say to her. If she's worried, you got the right thing to say to her, man, to ease her concerns. If she's sad, you got the right thing to say to her, man, to lift her spirits. See, niggas spend too much time cupcaking and reading these old girly magazines and listen to these old girly columnists and watching Oprah Winfrey and all that shit, trying to figure out how to deal with the woman from a female perspective. That's why they say, well, you know, manipulation, you know, it ain't blah, blah. You know, I had an old show with O'Shea one time, man, and old Sinful was on there, man, and he it's supposed to be a pimp, and he gonna talk about manipulation like it's a bad thing. Boy, you ain't no pimp if you ain't manipulating. If you ain't got the right thing to say to a woman, man, like a strike of lightning, you ain't gonna be able to hold no women. And now I done got this again and again and again and again, so I figured now it's the time to talk about manipulation, man. Now it's the time. Let's look at a motivational speaker. Let's look at E.T. the hip-hop preacher. E.T. the hip-hop preacher is a master manipulator. He manipulates your emotions by giving you positive energy, saying basic shit to you that if somebody else said it, you'd be like, yeah, that sounds good, blah, blah, blah. But when a man gets up and starts speaking to you, that's manipulation. He's manipulating your outlook. He's manipulating your understanding of life. He's manipulating your acceptance of the truths and the detriments of life. He's manipulating your outlook on your perspective or your projection in life. Same thing I do with the morning motivation episodes. I ain't coming here telling you no lies, but you feel better when you leave them shits. That's what motivation is about. Making you feel better about your prospects. Making you feel better about the obstacles you have to face and your chance of overcoming those obstacles. Same thing with a woman. I'm a hard nigga to deal with, man. I'm a hard nigga to deal with. It takes some manipulation, man, to keep a woman mind at ease when she's dealing with me. Because I'm a tough one, boy. All that I love you, baby shit that you niggas be giving women, I don't give them that, ever. I don't ever tell a woman I love you. Ever. But I artfully and skillfully display that shit to her in other ways. So she ain't got no problem with me not saying it because she feels it. She understands it. How does she understand it? Because I'm authentically myself. My authenticity lets her know when I'm doing some out of character for me, for her. If she's done an amazing job of proving herself to me, and she gets to go out with me, and we go out and kick it, just her and I one-on-one, she gets to remember that night. It's a fantasy night for her. I'm whining and dining her and holding doors and treating her like a princess and out doing all that corny shit. And she know I don't do that. But I'm doing it that night. And so she knows. She feels it. She can feel the energy and knows that she's important to me. See, let me tell you something. A woman don't give a fuck if you love her or not. Let's get that in mind. When you tell a woman I love you, you manipulating her in with a lie, nigga, because half of you niggas don't love no woman. Not like you tell her you do. When you tell a woman you in love with her, that's a lie. You can tell a woman you love her, but if you tell a woman you in love with her, man, most times as a man, you lying. We don't know how to do that shit. We just copy what they do. A woman don't care if you love her. A woman want to know she's important to you. She just want to know that she matters to you in the large scheme of things. She want to know that there's some shit in your life, some important shit in your life especially, that you put her before. You ain't got to put a woman before yourself. She don't want that. A woman knows that shit ain't realistic. That's why if you put a woman before yourself, you get treated like a sucker. But a woman wants to know she's important to you, that she matters to you, that she's not just a piece of throwaway trash to you, that her effort and energy that she's putting into this situation are going to pan out because she feels important to you. Let's look at Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is a master manipulator. Bill Belichick will get the most out of a reject player. You know what I'm saying? Now he's won championships like a motherfucker with reject players. Randy Moss, as good as he was that year he's with the Patriots when they went 16-0, man, Randy Moss was on. That was it. That was his last stop, man. As good as he was, that was his last stop. Nobody else was gonna take a chance at him. He already had he had trouble past, especially in high school. Maybe even in college a little bit. But, you know, he was a trash talker. He was a, you know, he was a different player. Bill Belichick takes what that boy name, not Cedric Benson, but Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon had some time over there, won him a championship or two. These are players that had been rejected by the league. These are players that had trouble. Look at Chad Ochocinco. That boy was bad when he got there, and Bill Belichick still took a chance on him. He ain't stayed that long because he couldn't catch. But Bill Belichick has won championships in shit over the past decade. Hey, man, well, over the past 2 decades, him and Tom Brady, man, seemed like, you know, even this year, we still look at the Patriots and we believe that they're going to be there out of the AFC. Right now, all of us either look at the Patriots and San Francisco or the Patriots in Seattle. Most people look at the Patriots in San Fran or the Patriots and the Seahawks. Because everybody understand the Chiefs are out of it. They suck. But he takes chances on them. And why does he get the best out of those players? Why do those players get there? The only one who got there and didn't do the right thing was Antonio Brown. What did Bill Belichick do to him? Got him the hell on out of there. All the other players that came in there, man, they changed. They were on their best behavior over there with Bill because Bill is a master manipulator. Bill manipulates a player to buy into the system. You know how he manipulates a player? Show him all them goddamn rings. He shows him all those rings that he won as a player, and then he shows him the rings he won with the Giants as a defensive coordinator for fucking Lawrence Taylor. You see what I'm saying? You can manipulate people by artful. Those Super Bowl rings, those motherfuckers are artful. They look wonderful when you look at them. You look at a fistful of Super Bowl rings, boy, that shit looks amazing. Imagine yourself being a professional football player who's never won a championship. And you go talk to Bill Belichick before he even signed you. He's sitting there and he got those rings draped over his knee with a pair of gaiters on, sitting back. You at his crib chilling. He ain't the same Bill Belichick got on the sweatshirt. He had the crib chilling with a pair of Gators on. You can't tell me you don't think that nigga got no pimping in him, man. His name Belichick. Bill Belichick. He's sitting there, man, or he got them all on the mantle. You know what I'm saying? He got all those rings on the mantle, and you sitting there and you looking at him and they blinging. He got the light shining on them just right. Y'all have a drink, y'all standing up by the mantle. That shit is artful. In your eyes, they sparkling, they twinkling. You ready to play for Bill Belichick. Has he lied to you? No, he already told you, hey man, this is how we run the ship over here. You know, if the great Tom Brady can buy in, then you're going to have to buy in too. Because you don't buy in, we're going to get your ass on out of here. Master manipulation. Master manipulation, man. All right, Dylan might not have got one. He might not have got one. So but this is what you got to do. You get the drift though. Shit, this is what you got to do. You got to keep in mind that manipulation doesn't mean lying. It means moving someone to go in the direction you want them to go in by framing the words that you're saying in the proper context. I'll give you another example. You could tell your woman she's sexy. Let's say the same woman who's beautiful. Y'all going somewhere else now. She got a little short ass dress, man, thighs popping out on that motherfucker, man, ass all fat, stomach all flat, and she the newest chick on your team. So you ain't even got used to it yet. You could tell her, damn, baby, you sexy. You know what I'm saying? You could tell her that. That works. Or you could walk up on her, push her ass in the corner, slob her down while your hand is in her panties, fingering her from the back. How much better is that? You get a better response from that. Because that turns baby you sexy into baby you sexual. Everyone want to feel sexual. Everyone want to feel sexual energy from you. Just out of the blue. You got men who ask women for head. And you got men who grab a handful of their hair and pull their head down in their fucking lap. That's manipulation. It doesn't have anything to do with lying, man. Doesn't have anything to do with lying. Y'all give me a quick second here, man. So, this is what we have to understand, man. We got to keep in mind that, hey, man, hey, let me tell you something, SO. If you're going to come in here and try to correct me, nigga, get your stacks right. Corey Dillon did win the Super Bowl, man. That's about the second time, man, you came in one of my chats, man, throw some information out there, man, trying to discredit what I'm saying and being wrong about it. I ain't saying that the first time. This time, man, make sure you got your shit together, man, if you come in here, man, and just come in my chat and dispute what the hell I'm saying, man. He played his final 3 seasons for the New England Patriots. And it's been a long time since New England Patriots went 3 years without winning the Super Bowl. They just don't do it. Now, you got to keep this in mind, man. You know, it's kind of like this. You can tell a woman what to do in a forceful manner, and that works. That works. That works. That in itself, that's a manipulation. You can tell a woman to do something in a way to let her know she don't have no option but to do it. You can do that. She don't have no option but to do it because if she don't do it, it's going to be some trouble. That's not lying. That's letting her ass know if you don't do what I tell you to do, it's going to be some trouble. That's the truth. It's only a lie if ain't nothing going to happen if she don't do what you tell her to do. If ain't no consequences or repercussions for her not doing what you tell her to do, then yeah, you lying. You're not manipulating, you lying. By the same token, you can listen, man, I know cats, plenty of cats that are just smoother cats than that. Like they don't have the mental block that I have, man. They don't have the emotional issues that I have. They can literally, ask a woman to do something. And I had a partner who did this, man. I had a partner named Bear, man. And that's how he was with his women, man. He would just, he just request them. He say please to him and shit like that. And I'd be like, hey man, why you what's all this shit about, man? He'd be like, man, let me tell you something. I wish one of these bro wouldn't do what the fuck I want him to do. But he said, I get a much better response from him all the time, 24/7. Every time I say something to him, it gets done regardless. With me, myself, I just don't be shit, nigga. I ain't angry like you. You had some issues. I know your issues you went through, boy. You got some issues. I don't have those issues. I grew up in a wonderful environment, nigga. So we ain't the same. But they also know, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know how I get down. They also know if they go against my word, then it's going to be some trouble. The same thing. He's doing the same thing. He's interacting with his women the same way, getting the same result, but his approach is different. But that's also manipulation. So you got to determine who your woman is. This is what a lot of these niggas, these ego-driven niggas don't understand. You got to deal with a woman in the way that's most effective. You got to deal with a woman in a way that's most effective. And that's the bottom line. It's kind of like dealing with a woman that's a boss freak and dealing with a woman that's reserved and hadn't had much action. You could deal with a woman that's I'm talking about sexual as hell, man. She in tune with her sexuality, and you could just go balls to the wall with her, man, and just have an amazingly freaky time with her. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself with her, man. You understand? Or you can have a woman, man, that hasn't done much and she's afraid that she don't know how to please you. You got to teach her a different way. You got to train her. You got to take her a little bit slower. You got to not overwhelm her. Is that manipulation? No, it's understanding how to deal with different motherfuckers in a different way. You got to keep in mind, man, that manipulation does not mean lying. That's exactly what it is. And so it's the equivalent of effective communication. It's kind of like this right here. If I'm sitting in the boardroom with a bunch of white boys trying to get them to invest in something, in this great business idea that I got, that I don't want to just take the full investment myself. I'm trying to put together an investment team. It's kind of like when Magic bought the LA Dodgers. He didn't buy it by himself. He put together an investment team. He was a part of the investment team. Now, if he's sitting in a room with them, talking to them about business, it's totally different than him sitting in a room with his homie Isaiah Thomas talking about business. You see what I'm saying? If I go to the house and I'm on the turf, I just fall through on the turf and I'm sitting out kicking it with the homies from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Just kicking it on the turf. That's a totally different thing than me coming to a speaking engagement in any city USA and I'm up there on that stage talking to a room full of men. That's a totally different thing. I'm going to if I'm talking to some young boys in the hood on the turf, I'm gonna talk to them and say I'm gonna give the exact same message to them, but I'm gonna give it to them in a different way. You understand? It's kind of like it's the difference in this right here, being in an environment where this works. Well, actually, man, I'm not particularly fond of the outcomes that come from that type of interaction, and the consequences and repercussions sometimes can be, more than they're worth. Or I could say, hey, man, I don't like that shit, nigga. Don't come at me with that shit, nigga. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, tell them niggas, man, that this shit gonna get fucked up around here, man, and we ain't gonna get fucked up. I'm saying the same thing. I'm just saying it in different ways, man. You gotta understand who you're dealing with and interact with them that way. Bottom line. That's what manipulation is, man. So you can say it's like this. If you're the boss, if you own a company You can talk to motherfuckers however you want to. You can snap on everybody because can't nobody do nothing but decide they gonna live, they gonna stay or leave. If you the boss, all they can do is to say, well, I don't like this job no more. I'm not staying here. Or you can tell people you appreciate their dedication and hard work. You have somebody stay over for some extra hours. You can say, well, you don't have a choice but to stay over. You understand? You can act like that. Or you know they ain't got a choice but to stay over. You ain't got to tell them that. I just told a cat the other day, man. It's like, man, when I meet women, I just tell them all I want is sex. I be like, man, you're a damn fool. Why you gonna meet a woman and tell her, well, all I want is sex? I'm not saying tell her the same way you ain't gonna tell a woman, well, I'm looking for love. Then you ain't gotta tell a woman you just looking for sex, man. Sometimes shutting your mouth is all the manipulation you need. And I know some beta male said, man, Johnny gonna come here and say, well, Dr. BOA, you said withholding information is lying too. You said withholding information is lying too, Dr. BOA. And what the hell are you talking about? Unsubscribe. Hey, let me tell you something though, little nigga, because you just coming here with this all the time. It's like, boy, you got a block on your brain. You can't learn nothing. Let me tell you something. Withholding information is talking to someone about something that's pertinent and withholding your involvement. Volunteering information that's not pertinent is dumb. Nigga, you ain't got to go around volunteering no information that's not even the topic of discussion. So to meet a woman when you first meet her and tell her all you want is sex, boy, you just, that shit is the opposite of manipulation. You can't tell a woman that, hey, all I want from you is sex. If that's all it is, then cool. Nigga, that may be all she want from you, but nobody wants to hear, hey, I'm just going to use you for sex. That's all it is. It's the difference. It's knowing what to say and when to say it. That's all it is. Never telling any lies, just knowing what to say and when to say it. That's all it is. So it's kind of like this, man. If another thing about employees, and I talk from this employee perspective because we all either bosses or we striving to be bosses. Adding please to a request to an employee. If you know that person about to go, hey, can I get you to stay a little bit longer and handle these things over here for me, please? Bam. They already got to do it, but it enhances employee morale. This is the difference between a real boss and a nigga that's acting like a boss. This is the difference between a nigga who really get positive interaction from women and the nigga who act like he does because he tricking off on them and giving them, giving them free validation all the time. You got to keep this in mind. These women understand when you're being a man about shit and when you're being a sucker about shit. So making a woman feel good about being in your presence, even if being in your presence is difficult, even if it's one of the toughest things even if a woman got to walk on pins and needles and walk on eggshells around you, dog, that woman is okay with that. As long as you keep her morale high. How do you keep someone's morale high when shit is tough? By winning. You got to Bill Belichick this shit. I don't care how tough Bill Belichick is. I've heard Tom Brady bow down to Bill Belichick, man, and Tom Brady was like 39 when he did this. When did Bill Belichick off was like a little boy, talking all passively, and you could tell when he first started talking, he was making a request, didn't want to offend the coach, and Bill Belichick was just stirring his out. Oh, yeah, well, that works out. Okay, yeah, you go ahead and do that. Go ahead, get out there with the guys and go ahead and do that. He sat there for a while, man. Bill Belichick looked up at him like, what the fuck you still doing here? Tom got up and went on out of there. I know Tom Brady don't want to get treated like that, but he got rings. He got rings. He's argued when he's done, he's going to be considered by most the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. And if you talk about winning, you can't deny him. You can't compare Peyton Manning to Tom Brady. You can't compare Aaron Rodgers to Tom Brady. You can't compare Brett Favre to Tom Brady. You can't compare Joe Montana to Tom Brady. You can't compare Steve Young to Tom Brady. You can't compare Dan Marino to Tom Brady. Tom Brady is dominant. Dominant. Motherfucker still hold a single season touchdown record And it ain't gonna be broken. That boy, listen, boy won a single season touchdown record. At the same time, he was making Randy Moss the all-time leader in single season touchdowns. Both of them broke them the same year. And Randy Moss was on his last leg. Randy Moss couldn't do nothing but run fast as he could at that time. He was still a step faster than everybody, but he used to be 5 steps faster than everybody. An old Randy Moss broke the all-time single season touchdown record with Tom Brady throwing him the ball. You got to keep in mind, man, that this shit is about greatness. Everybody who's great is a master manipulator. Everyone who's great. Look how Donald Trump manipulated the American public, man. He figured out his niche, manipulated that niche, ended up in the White House. Ha, you see it, Doug? So it's kind of like this, man. My son makes every now and then he'll make a B. My son first B, man, my son said he made a B on purpose just to see how it felt not to make all A's. I couldn't be mad at him because he had all A's and 1 B. But he said, man, he tried to make a B. You know what I'm saying? He said he picked a class that his favorite class, math. He picked math to make a B in. That's his favorite class, math. He picked math to make a B in because he said he knew he could pick it up and make all A's from then on, and then pull it back up where his final grade in math was gonna be an A. I reward my son for making those grades. People say, man, you shouldn't pay your son for making. I don't pay my son for doing well in school. I pay my son for perfection. I pay my son for A's. You know, if just you know, like this whole, I pay him to make the honor roll. Now he's supposed to make the honor roll. He my son. You niggas can tell how smart I am. You niggas can tell how intellectual I am. It's obvious. It's obvious that I'm well read, well traveled, well versed. That shit is obvious to anyone listening to me. It's obvious. And it's also obvious that I'm a master manipulator. So, you know, the bottom line is this right here, man. I reward him for that. But he also knows that he can't bring none of that low shit in there. He brings some of that low shit in there, he know it's going to be a problem. That's what keeps him focused. I'm a master manipulator. You know, he knows that sometimes you manipulate by force. Sometimes you manipulate by fear. Fear ain't lying. Having somebody fear you is not lying. See what I'm saying? Having somebody worry about what you're going to do to them if they do the wrong thing, that's not lying. That's a real fear. Now, if you ain't going to do nothing, that makes you a liar. But 9 times out of 10, the people who fear you know you're going to do something. They don't want them troubles. Let me tell you something. This is another thing. When I dropped that joint, the Cold Approaches Beta, nigga, that shit was master manipulation. I already know that. The Alphasphere already knows that. I didn't have to put that out there. I put that out there before. Talked about it before. I put it out there because I want to manipulate these niggas to start, you know, riling up interest in my name. Riling up interest in my content. Because I'm going to tell you, I stand behind the quality of the Alphasphere. If you talk about me and send somebody over here, they ain't going to leave. You understand? You talk about me and send somebody who ain't never heard my content over here to listen by comparison to your content, they ain't going to leave. Once they get here, they ain't going to leave. That's just the reality of it, man. And I did that shit man. Man, that shit was so man, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. There aren't many things that I've done on here as purposeful as saying the Cold Approaches Beta as fuck. I had to do it. I knew the niggas who were going to respond. There was a couple of niggas who responded I didn't think were going to say nothing, but I knew who were going to respond. That's how it is. That's what master manipulators do. And I know that sounds cocky as hell, but so what? An alpha motherfucker has the right to be cocky. So, rewarding the child for making good grades, punishing for bad grades, man, versus being indifferent. You could be a parent that don't care if they make good grades or bad grades. You're indifferent. You're detached. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to manipulate a situation in your favor, man, you have to keep it 100 because lies always come to the forefront. And once people catch you in a certain amount of lies, they don't trust you, so you lose your ability to manipulate the scenario. Let me tell you something else. This is what I always did on the turf. I let months pass before I retaliate for disrespect. Months. I let 6 months pass. That shit be done died down. Nobody don't even talk about it no more. I lay low, make my money for 6 months. I just lay low. I stay out of sight. People don't see me rolling. When they see me rolling. I'm going to get it. You know understand? But I'm plotting and planning. I already know what I'm finna do. I already know what the timetable gonna be. I just need whoever I'm finna get at to relax. You know what I'm saying? I just need whoever I'm finna get at to relax. Just fall back. I'm just gonna relax. You relax too. I'm gonna make sure you see me a couple of times because I'm gonna be where you be. We gonna pass a couple of times. And you gonna mean mug, you gonna look crazy, you gonna do all that. I'm just gonna keep it pushing. Like, bro, it's over. That's what I want you to believe. I want you to think it's over. And you're gonna get comfortable with me just rolling by. You're gonna get comfortable with being in my vicinity. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that, hey man, it's over. You know, I want you to believe I ain't gonna do nothing. That way we ain't got to have no big shootout or nothing like that. I want you to believe I ain't gonna do nothing. So I can get the drop on your ass. And respond the way it's supposed to be. As clean as possible, as quiet as possible, as unnoticeable as possible. Master manipulation. I've been doing this shit my whole life, bro. Master manipulation. There ain't no need for me to go to no motherfucking prison, man, for a fuck nigga that want to test me. Well, I'm going to go to jail. I ain't going nowhere. You going somewhere. And it ain't the jail. Master manipulation. You do what you got to do out here in this world, man, by understanding your environment, understanding the people in your environment, and giving them what they need or taking what they don't need in order to move them in the way you want them to move to make whatever the fuck you're trying to do most effective. Whether you're talking about your women, whether you're talking about on the turf, whether you're talking about in the courtroom, whether you're talking about whatever you're talking about. That's why when I go to court, I wear a Ben Matlock suit. I ain't gonna go in there looking good, shining. I'm gonna wear a Ben Matlock suit. Motherfucker gonna look just like, if you don't know who Ben Matlock is, go look up Ben Matlock. That's the type of suit I wear to court, nigga. I ain't trying to go to court looking my best, but I'm still gonna go to court with a suit on, but I'm gonna go with a tailored fucking, man, what the nigga I just said? Ben Matlock suit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fit to a T, but it's gonna be a Ben Matlock suit. See, the bottom line is this, man. Manipulation is an amazing thing. Manipulation breeds success. If you don't know the art of, listen, it's called the art of manipulation. It's called the art of, anything that's called the art, it's artistic. It's creative, man. It's what people need to be motivated by. It's just like this. I can treat you like an employee or I can treat you like a team member. You notice how some of these companies call themselves a team, even though it's not a team. It's not a team. The team is the upper level management, but they include everybody on the team. You go to the Dallas Cowboys facility, the people that clean the bathroom, they're part of the Cowboys team. The shit that they got on is Cowboys shit. They think they're a part of the team. No, they're part of the Cowboys organization. So what they do is they go out, when they go out, they got on Cowboys shit too. The lower you go down the totem pole, the more people feel valued that they can be associated with Cowboys. You can put somebody in a bathroom at the zoo and they don't like that shit. You put that same person in the bathroom at the New Orleans Saints facility and they could get to wear Saints shit all the time. Free Saints shit. Well, not free. They take it out of their first check. But they get to wear Saints stuff. Part of their job is going to work with New Orleans Saints shit on. You go out to San Francisco right now. Hey, man, it's a wonderful thing to be a custodian working at the San Francisco. I forgot what they play at. I forgot what they feel is called, man. But it's a wonderful thing to be out there playing, to be out there working. Even if you got to be a custodian, you got on San Francisco 49er gear. But you got on 49er gear because they want you to promote the 49er, even to the low-level environment where you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. But I mean, if you clean the bathroom, your ass ain't finna go to no mansion. You know what I'm saying? But they want you to promote the brand everywhere you go. Master manipulation. But they're not lying to you. They're giving you something that you want. They're giving you something to let people know, hey, I work for the San Francisco 49ers. If the team owns the stadium, you actually work for the stadium. If the team owner owns the stadium, Jerry Jones owns the Cowboy Stadium. If you go work for the Cowboys, you get to wear Cowboy stuff. That's great. You know what I'm saying? That's great. This shit is just master manipulation, man. That's all it is. Just master manipulation. Another thing is this, man. As I stated, man, and I'm gonna say this one again, man, because I think this open validation, this verbal validation, man, has to stop. Even with your own woman, you ain't gotta tell your woman she's sexy. Show her, show her she's sexy. If she's sexy, touch her. You know what I'm saying? She walking around some liberty ass shorts on, man, that's hugging her ass, man. And you see the black of her ass cheeks peeking out from under, man. Hey, man, she walked by, man, just pick and scoop her ass up. Scoop her up. Let her wrap her legs around you. She got her legs wrapped around you, man. You just put your hands behind her, man, while you got her hugged up, man, and just rub on that thing from the back, man. If she's sexy, turn it into something. If sexy means sexual, turn it into sexual, man. I ain't saying you do that every damn time, but I'm saying anytime you want to tell her that, show her that. Women believe in being showed. You could tell a woman anything, man. You know, you could tell a woman that you paid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, once you tell her that, then you got to show that. You tell a woman you like her, once you tell her that, you got to show her that. You tell a woman you done with her ass, then you got to show her that. Women don't care what you say. You got to show them that. And you got to make them show you that as well. Putting a woman on ice, shit, man, that's manipulation. You're manipulating her behavior by letting her know that there are consequences, repercussions. That's how you change a woman's mind from thinking that the shit that you get on her about is small shit. She can think it's small all she want to. Change her mind by putting her ass on ice about it. Then she won't think it's small no more. It's like this, man. Instead of telling my son, mom, open validation shit like, you know, she's the best mother ever. I don't know she's the best mother ever. I don't know all the mothers. So see, if I tell her she's the best mother ever, that's lying. That's manipulation by fucking lying. That's manipulation by changing the words. That's really just by lying. But you know what I will tell her? I'll tell her I could have picked the worst woman to have my son. I tell her that all the time. I don't tell her I couldn't have picked a better woman. I don't know that. I mean, that's just not something I can say. But I can tell her I could have picked the worst woman. I could have done worse. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. And you know that for really that works because you got to understand if women are used to you validating them, then shit like that don't work for you. You got to go harder if you openly validate women. I don't openly validate women, not verbally. I don't give any verbal declarations of affection or attachment or fucking need or want or desire. None of that shit. I don't give verbal declarations to women about shit, man. And I don't accept their verbal declarations. You understand? Because let me tell you something. A woman is a master verbal manipulator. A woman can't manipulate you with her actions very well. They just don't know how to do that. They don't know how to manipulate with their actions very well. You know what I'm saying? Because their action, when they manipulate with their actions, they get caught. Let's say a woman trying to set somebody up. If a woman trying to set you up, man, then yeah, of course, there's somebody in her ear. She gonna set you up. But if she had to go all the way through to having sex with you, her ass gonna start catching feelings for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, and this is you're gonna be hard pressed to find a situation where this isn't likely. If you so on that somebody trying to set you up to hit you for a lick, then you deal with women in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Even nigga, you could be fat, but if you fat and paid, you deal with women in a different way from the average fat nigga. You know what I'm saying? You could be short, but if you're short and paid, you deal with women from a different perspective than the average short nigga. You understand? Because you can look fly and present shit that a woman is overwhelmed by. And so a woman that this for a nigga she trying to set up, man, and she might let him know. On a rare occasion, she'll let him know, man, and just, take his side and have him prepared for what's about to go on. Other occasions, man, it'll really bother her to go through with it. But because of fear or whoever she's working with or working for, then she may go ahead and go through with it. But with her words, man, a woman can tell you some amazing shit with her words, man.